Aladdin, starring Mina Massoud, Naomi Scott, and Will Smith, follows the titular character as he travels through the streets of Agrabah, where he eventually meets the princess and falls in love with her. From that point, he gets tasked by Jafar to find a magic lamp in the Cave of Wonders, which he does, which leads him to encounter the genie, which grants him 3 wishes, which he uses to try to romance the princess. I really enjoyed Aladdin. I thought it was really fun. I originally did not think I was gonna like it at all. All the trailers just led me to believe that it wasn't gonna come out good, and honestly, it was really fun. All the musicals were really well done. The story held up still. They changed a few things just for plot wise, or a couple words here and there in songs, things like that. But overall, the story was good. They did a good job fleshing out the romance. But I do want to point out that Will Smith was actually really good in the movie. From the trailers and everything like that, I didn't think he'd be good at all. But as I watched the movie, I realized that he actually knew what he was doing. He brought his Will Smith charm to it. He was really fun. He was really enjoyable to watch, which also kind of countered the movie because everyone else, while yes, they were fine, they didn't have as much energy as well and ended up bringing the rest of the scenes down whenever he's not in it because it loses all of his charm. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. Most of the time whenever he's in his human form, that was pretty good. It was funny seeing him interact with everything whenever he's walking around in human form. Yeah, the story was still good. I liked it. It's nothing original since it's still a remake of the original. The movie itself is not as fantastical as the original because they can't do as many effects and as many animations as the original had. They try. The Friend Like Me song is probably the closest that they get to it, but otherwise usually it's a lot more grounded, which is kind of a negative just because you get used to the original with all these effects going everywhere, and then in the live action they're just not there. It's just like a bland scene. For example, Prince Ali, whenever he's talking about things and explaining things, he actually summons the things he's talking about in order to showcase them, but in this one he's just kind of saying it most of the time. Maybe he'll point to some people occasionally, or maybe not. The casting was pretty good. Mina and Naomi Scott did a really good job. They had really nice singing voices. I don't think they did bad at all. It's just they were kind of overshadowed by Will Smith whenever he was in the scene, and he kind of stole most of the scenes, which whenever he's not in it, like I said earlier, it's not as enjoyable. But they did fine. Nothing bad against them. Jafar, his voice was a bit weird. I wish they would have maybe cast someone different. It didn't. His voice and how he looked just didn't fit that whole evil vibe that Jafar gives off in the animation. He does a fine job. Yes, he's Jafar. The actor does a decent job, but I feel like with a different casting choice, it could have been a lot better. It doesn't bring down the movie too much, but it is noticeable as you watch it. But overall, I give this movie a 8 out of 12 dozen. A nice egg, if you will. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time.